And a very good afternoon, everybody, and welcome into this edition of This Week in Flyers Hockey, and hopefully for the last time in this Flyers season finale, alongside my companions and my brothers from another, Joey Marks and Austin Hammel, join us once again. Gentlemen, I know this is the last time we'll be talking to you guys before October, but let's get to hopefully we'll make this a good one, and hopefully we'll definitely get ready for the upcoming next season. But hopefully you guys are doing well on this very important Monday afternoon, boys.
Well, it was definitely an interesting weekend for sure.
Not
I
in a
think
good
I
way.
not in a good way, no, but definitely an interesting one for sure. I mean, walking into the end of last week, you had all the optimism in the world, and then by the end of the weekend, you were basically like, okay, two teams in Philadelphia done, like
Yeah,
done. Four, we say 4 for 4. It was literally 4-0 on two different fronts. Probably something that's never been done in Philadelphia sports history,
I
where
think it
two
never happened
teams,
before either. Good, man. I think it's the
where
first time it happened. I think Anthony Gargano said this is the first time, like in the Philly sports history, that two teams like went down the same weekend in a matter of 24 hours of each other.
it went down the same weekend, but also like got swept and all of that. Both
Yeah,
got
that too.
swept. So like there's a lot of bad history in this, but you got kind of opposites. You got the Sixers who are on this spectrum where it's like they feel like they're kind of, puttering along, but not really knowing what direction is which because of some of the veterans they have anchoring down their roster. Whereas the Flyers, it feels like the horizons are bright for the young crew. And so, me and you, James, we texted after the game and, we both kind of voiced the idea of we're not disappointed. Like
No, you're right.
there's every reason to be like, well, you just got swept. Yeah, we got that. We understand. But we understand also like how far this team has come from last season of feeling like me and James going, I don't want to do the post game. I don't want to do the post game to to like getting onto this show
Hmm.
and being so hyped up about talking about this team, win, lose, or draw, and the idea that my flag, and I'm sure as well as all of yours, is still firmly planted, not because oh well they lost, so I guess it goes away. No, my flag is planted because of what is yet to come. This team is one of the youngest teams in the league. They are probably the one team that has the most versatility out of all the young teams in the league. Carolina is a young team, but it doesn't have a lot of versatility as far as salary and whatnot. This is going to be an interesting offseason, and I think Dan Briere and Keith Jones, that have already done an excellent job so far, are just, in the infamous words of James Scorza, they're just going to make it funner.
Hmm. Well, it's speaking of the things that make this team funner. I gotta say right now, I think this season to me, if you come into this season next year and have that same level of mentality that you had into this season, you might be just as good as Carolina. I think the other thing that really makes it possible too is that this Flyers team was so much fun to watch this year. I mean, this was probably something I desperately needed, especially more so than seeing the Eagles like shit the bed with Kevin Patullo, or the Phillies struggles, or dare I say the other team that plays in the same arena as the Flyers that don't feel like they can't stop the Knicks fans from entering their own arena. But all that aside, um, but no, this was probably, to me, I have to say right now, I said after the game, and I told you this too, Joe, like there's nothing to be disappointed about with this team right now. Like there's nothing to be disappointed. I mean, there is so much high expectations for this team next year going into the next year. It's going to kind of remind you of that 2008 Phillies team. I'm going to say it right now because this year was like 2007, like when they got to the postseason, they got the experience. Next year, it's gonna like someone's gonna be like, we're gonna be like the Jimmy Rounds team to beat type of feel.
Now, I got two things to say before Austin kind of chimes in, but the one
Sure.
thing is that dare I say that the next season we may be entering the new normal for the
Mm-hmm.
Philadelphia Flyers. Like we're
It's
gonna
valid to say.
we're going to be entering the playoff new normal for that perspective. The other thing is now the only difference between next season and this past season, the Flyers aren't sneaking up on anybody now.
No,
Like we're on everybody's radar now. Like that's for sure. So we got to make sure that next season, because we're going to be on everybody's radar, that we're ready to stand to hold that mantle.
And that's what I said too. I think it's like someone's gonna be like Jimmy Rollins, like we're the team to beat now, and then it starts to, and the tables are turning, and then everybody's like, oh, we just, and it's gonna be kind of like how the Eagles were in 2017, like teams are not gonna come out to Philadelphia and leave here with the victory, you know. You're just like what Mike Quick would say. Austin, I'll ask you this question here too. So you look at this Flyers team as a whole this season and look at it as probably the same thing that we all talked about during the season. Like there's nothing to complain about this season. It was literally probably the best. I mean, I've been around this team for a long time. Like to see that 2010 Flyers team, to see how much success they had. Next year, I think it's only just going to get funner from here, to quote Roy Halladay. And I think it's going to get a lot funner from here, Austin.
Yeah, I 100% agree. I mean, the phrase that I would use is don't be sad that it ended, be happy that it happened.
Because it's not goodbye, it's see you later.
Yeah, we know that this team, like even like Rick Tocchet said, they got a taste. They know exactly what they need to do to get back there. They know exactly what they need to do to stay there. And then you think pieces that they add in the offseason to only make this team better.
Absolutely.
We know that Vladar's that guy. He wants to be back in there as soon as he can. No, okay, Mitch. I'm gonna say this exclusively for you right now, my friend. Don't be sad that it's over.
It's only the beginning.
Be happy that the Sixers season is over. You are now free. You can do whatever the hell you want now. You are
no longer Jim, whatever the F you want, man.
The chains have been broken. You are free
it's
now.
Kowski. What are you gonna do next?
I'm envisioning
I'm going to Disney World.
I can envision Mitch right now doing like the little skip to my Lou, like do 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 do.
Or like the frog in Spaceballs.
just Michigan J Frog dancing all over his house.
Yeah. Hello, my darling. Hello, my lady. Hello, my right side girl.
He went running straight down into the basement, running past his parents, going, "I'm free!"
Hey, everybody, we're all gonna get laid.
But no, yeah, like this Flyers team has so much potential now after the way they played all this past season and throughout the playoffs. And even though it was a 4-game sweep by Carolina, there was still fight there. They were still trying to keep themselves in those games. And even though a couple of them got out of hand, we let them get under our skin a little bit in game 3. You have this as a learning experience. How you have to play now to be able to keep up with them. You have seen ways that you can beat them. You just come back in, you load up for next year, and you prepare to run again. And it's going to be it's honestly, there's not a lot that you have to change with this team. You know who your offensive guys are. Your defense is good. You just have to lock in Zegras and Drysdale. You have another year of the contract with Vladar before you have to extend him. So you have a lot of good spots. You have a lot of very big bright points to take from this entire, not only just the playoff run, but the season in general. I did see something in actually this morning when I was on my way to work. I was reading a couple of things, and one of the headlines that I saw was potential trade partners to land Matvei Michkov. And I'm like, they're not even cold in the ground yet, and you're already being like, trade him. Like, honestly, for a good portion of that, the beginning of the playoffs, like and for the run there, Michkov was a big proponent in that happening. So you want to take the linchpin of that drive forward out of this lineup completely and send him somewhere else? Like, you're crazy.
Yeah.
What the Flyers need to do now is add. You don't subtract now.
I agree, Austin. And you know what? You kind of lead me. I was going to leave well enough alone, but you opened the door. I'm going to walk right through it. So, James, if you give me the runway, I'm going to have a little rant right now.
Sure, go ahead.
So, I turned on WIP after I was doing dishes in the kitchen, and I turned on WIP after the Flyers game, and Hunter Brody was on.
Oh boy.
And I got a bone to pick with Hunter Brody. And Mitch, if you want to clip this out, go right ahead, because guess what? This is kind of harkening back to another guy who I had a bone to pick, and I kept the door wide open. With Patterson Ave Sports Show, with anything, I am not hard to find. Like, you can come find me, we can have a conversation, we can have a debate, whatever. But Hunter Brody, not only are you way off base, but you're a fraud. Like, I'm just calling you a straight out fraud, because you have gone up and down with the Flyers fandom as wily as Elliott Shore Parks is with his takes. Okay. The idea that you call yourself the Flyer guy, yet you were off the Mitchkov train, back on the Mitchkov train, off the Danny Briere and Keith Jones train, back on the Danny Briere and Keith Jones train. Understand one thing clearly, is Mitchkov is the reason we got into the second round. I don't know if you remember that. He was the guy who passed it to Cam York for the game-winning goal. He's the guy that went down to Florida, not because Rick Tocchet said so, not because Danny Briere said so, not because Keith Jones said so, but because Matvei Michkov said so. He went down there for 2 weeks during the Olympic break, did two-a-days. Did you ever do two-a-days in your life, Hunter Brody? No, you failed after juniors. Now, I can't talk, but I've heard some rumblings from former players I played with that said that Hunter Brody was not good enough for the WHL, OHL, KHL. He wouldn't have made it anywhere else. He was lucky to have made it in the juniors when he had a chance. Listen, I'm going to put this as plainly as I can, because clearly you need small words to understand the things that are coming out of people's mouth. Matvei Michkov is the future. He is going to be, as Austin said, a linchpin to this offensive juggernaut that this team is building upon. So you either get on the boat or get left at the dock, buddy. But either way, your boat has already burned to the ground. So I will make it real clear to you, and this is how far I'm willing to go. I am making a declaration of saying I formally apologize to Jason Martinez for having gone at him in a heated debate about Claude Giroux a couple years ago at Victory Beer Hall. Now, I think Jason is well endowed about his information with the Flyers fandom, because he doesn't duck the hard takes. He doesn't duck the fandom. He actually sits on the boat and says, I'm planting the flag, much like we all did. Hunter Brody, your flag is as limp as something else in your pants. Understand something. This is where I stand. You want to talk Flyers? You know where to find me. It's Hardcore Sports Network. It's Streampunk Entertainment PA. You want to come talk Flyers? I'm ready. One-on-one. We can do it whenever, wherever. I can tell you like this. My Flyers fandom will far out superior your Flyers fandom. And just because you think you can still strap on the skates, buddy boy, I'll still strap on the skates without sight and drop the gloves with you anytime.
Yeah. Yes, Joe. Yes.
Damn.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah, man. You know,
it was the most despicable thing. I heard him say that there's no excuse. Christian Dvorak had a separated shoulders, no excuse. Owen Tippett had a sports hernia, no excuse. Someone else had like a fractured rib, no excuse. You play through it. Hunter Brody never played through a goddamn thing in his life. I'm like, you have a separated shoulder. Usually the trainer tells you to leave. I had a separated shoulder playing hockey. The coach popped it back in and was like, you got to leave. You got to go to the hospital. Because if you don't get it checked out, the swelling in the tissue could inflate. You could like lose some tendons in there. I mean, you have to get that checked out. You have to get an MRI. You have to, get it completely like isolated for like a couple days. Hunter Brody, don't go into medicine. Don't go into hockey. In fact, there's a reason why you got kicked out of 97.5 because your takes are shit. And there's a reason why other professionals don't want to talk to you, which will not be named.
Hey, amen, brother. I got nothing. Wow, man, that was just much as of a rant that like
Bro,
the way Pierre Robert like ripped into Axl Rose.
Bro, the Flyer season may be over, but Joe still wants to drop fucking gloves, dude.
I fucking love it, man.
I love it,
dude.
Love it,
dude. That. Man, I actually got nothing to say. I'm actually speechless right now.
What good Flyers hockey brings out in the fan base, dude, it brings the passion back.
Don't it?
Fucking missing.
It's just like it, but in infuriating. Like, okay, I felt last season, I threw a lot of this team in the garbage. Like I called Sam Harrison like a backup goaltender, and the other goaltenders we had, like, basically starting AHL goaltenders at best. So I'm like, why the hell are we? What product are we really putting out there? This year, because of all the work that Danny Briere's done, all the effort and that this team has put out, I kind of feel like I'm not wearing the orange and black, but like, I'm not strapping up the skates with these guys, but I feel kinship with these guys because I've seen them really bust their ass this year to take whatever they could. This is a team that a month and a half ago or almost 2 months ago, they were 2% chance of making the playoffs. And this team was dead and buried. People were putting the stake in them, and it was done. The three men on this show, we stuck our flags in the goddamn ground and never wavered, because whether it was 2% or 0%, we knew that this team had to fight. And so when someone like Hunter Brody is going to kind of attack those guys, like right after they get done losing, it's like, okay, it's easy to do that. It's easy to kick a person when they're down. It's easy to kick a team when they're down. But it's harder to sit there and praise them despite their failing. That's fine. It's harder, but my perspective is, so they failed, but they failed against a potential Stanley Cup winning team.
Yeah.
They failed against a team that, put them in a corner, and because of the lack of the Flyers' playoff experience, they didn't know how to get out of it, but they will next year. They will understand how to get past this. Just they have a taste.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but there was another person that would treat like a team or a coach or a player like crap, and it looked to me that he was the center of attention in that parade that we won down in 2018 named Mike Lombardi. That was your inner Jason Kelsey, some clown named, and the list goes on and on. But man, that was, I gotta say right now, Joe,
it just infuriated me.
I can imagine. If I heard it too, I would be going ape shit right now too, dude.
I mean, he's like, well, Carolina's going to have another list of this stuff when they're done. They're going to have the exit interviews. It's like, I don't care.
Who cares?
I'm like,
let them.
Like, I understand that, but every team gets banged up. But you're making it like, well, they got an excuse, but the Flyers don't. Like, no.
It doesn't work like that.
It doesn't work that way because let's put it this way. The Flyers weren't even supposed to be here.
Mm-hmm.
And yet they were. And I'll be really honest. For all those exit interviews for only 3 guys to be hurt on that team, it's just like, what?
Pretty damn amazing, gonna admit.
Amazing how physical both the Pittsburgh series and the Carolina series was.
Yep.
I was like, I mean, the Pittsburgh series alone, it felt like you were watching Bully or not Bully.
No, it was the Rob Lowe movie, right?
The one where it's Goon.
Goon.
Where everyone was getting hit and smacked around. Like that's the thing. That's what it felt like with the Pittsburgh series. So for them to get out, I mean, that's why it didn't surprise me.
Kind of felt like Son and Death with Jean-Claude Van Damme a little bit too.
Yeah, but I mean, with Owen Tippett getting hurt, like, so what? Hunter Brody expects him to play with a sports hernia? Like, okay, well, what are we talking about here? And so, look, this team's going to come back stronger next year. And Austin, I'm not sure if you peeked in on our show on Saturday. There was a rumor that broke, I think it was Friday night, that Friday night because the draft, the lottery was Thursday night. So the Toronto Maple Leafs got the first overall pick. So as far as what Frank had reminded us, the Flyers have the rights to that pick. So now there's a conversation of Austin Matthews coming to the Flyers because Austin Matthews, as reported by one of the Toronto local newspapers, has expressed interest at being traded and him having, much like other players have had, a list of possible destinations, one being the Flyers. I wonder why.
I mean, I'll tell you this. As a fellow Austin, it may not be spelled the same way. I welcome that man here willingly.
Oh, here we go. Now we're gonna have
an Austin.
Now we're gonna have a Mitch and an Austin on the Flyers.
Hey, we're already a dynamic duo as it is. Why not put us on the ice and see what we got?
Yeah, dude, absolutely. Yeah, to your point there too, Joe. Yeah, I think that will be just as. I mean, I can remember when Danny Briere came to Philadelphia and how excited I was. Austin Matthews is probably the proverbial icing on the cake for this Flyers team if they get this guy and they sign him. And the other thing too is that my dad Joe Scorza brings up a good point here, that the Flyers are going to be a destination for free agents going forward. Like they want to come here, like Saquon was, and the Garrett Blount, and then like we can go with even Bryce Harper, even though sometimes Harper's hit and miss sometimes, but like something like that, like a famous athlete will want to come to Philadelphia now and try to win. And I think Philadelphia is the best. Exactly.
Stock is up.
Exactly.
And now that brings a lot of it almost, I'm not going to say it makes Danny Briere's job easy because like he still has to do the
makes it simple.
Well, yeah, it makes it a little easy. It eases some of his burden with having to be so convincing. Like, before it was like, please come to Philly. Now it's like, you want to come to Philly? Yeah.
That was, yeah.
And so,
right.
And so, like, for Danny Briere, he may have to still do the Howie Roseman, play with the numbers, get certain things finagled with under the salary cap.
Yeah.
But here's my thing with Danny. He's going to look at this particular situation as being ahead of schedule in the sense of now I don't have to do so much begging and pleading for deals. Now I can wait for deals to kind of land in my lap because people are going to be calling my phone, not just me calling their phone.
Yeah, I mean, well, speaking of which, maybe we should address it now, though. But obviously, this is our last show of the year for the Orange and Black until October. But coming up soon, we don't know when a day will launch it yet. But the return of This Week in Phillies Baseball is coming up very, very soon. Obviously, it was around this time we'll dissect the Phillies, but then again, the Flyers were in the postseason, so it's kind of like not trying to cause a conflict between the Phillies and the Flyers, but most importantly, coming up very soon, we'll talk more pinstripes, we'll talk more baseball, maybe a little bit of a probably a preview of that MLB All-Star game, who's also coming to Philadelphia this year.
Yes.
So we'll probably, and hopefully we'll see some excitement coming brewing with that. So please stay tuned with us as we segue This Week in Flyers Hockey to This Week in Phillies Baseball very soon. It's also on Streampunk Entertainment, Hardcore Sports Network, and all on your social media platforms. So stay tuned for that and also stay tuned for that as well as we close out here today. But most importantly, Joe, I think the other thing that's really exciting about this team too is that I'm actually feeling like this Flyers team, how I felt in 2010, like that 2009, 2010 offseason when they got Pronger and they got like Ian LaPerriere and like the great late Ray Emery, may he rest in peace. Yeah. But there's something built with this team now. Like they're finding pieces that they want to bring to the table. And I think if Austin Matthews does come to Philadelphia, there's going to be a lot of Flyers fans who are going to be like, just imagine him on the same, like you brought up a couple weeks ago. Just imagine the same line. You have Austin Matthews, Porter Martone, and maybe Travis Konechny or Trevor Zegras. You know, I mean that's a real group. That's a real feisty bunch, man.
Just the fact that you could put Austin Matthews with
anywhere,
basically anywhere, and he would thrive. Like you put him on a line with Owen Tippett and Zegras. You could put him on a line with Barkey and Martone. Like you could put him on a line with Noah Cates and Forrester, and it just fits. It just fits. And this is the thing. You add an Austin Matthews and you add other little free agents in between, then you're still dealing with the pipeline that Briere's still building. Like, this is the difference. This reminds me a little bit, dare I say, the beginning of the Claude Giroux era, where we had Jacob Voracek coming in, we had Claude Giroux, we had Wayne Simmons coming in, we had Hartnell coming in, we had all these other guys coming in, and then we still had all these defensive crew, Hag and Gostisbehere and all these other guys down in the minors.
I would think like more like Timonen and Matt Carl and
that
kind of bunch.
We had those guys up here. It was the fact that we had depth in the pipeline that made all of us feel like, okay, it's not just you have to win now. It's you can win now, but if you don't, you still have enough gas in the tank for the future. And that's where I think adding an Austin Matthews throws your trajectory into like overdrive. And then whatever else you add, whether it's through the pipeline or through free agency, just adds more to it. And
that's more cushion.
And this is the most important thing. All of these youngsters, Barkey, Tippett, Martone, Grundstrom, Gurbankin, all these guys are just going to be 1 year more in experience. Martone I said this a couple weeks ago. Martone with a full year under his belt is going to be something to behold. And I'm going to call it right here, right now, on May 11th, 2026, that this time next year, Martone would have 50 goal season.
Whoa. Ow. Wow.
Because this guy's hungry for the puck. You're going to face goaltenders.
So you're saying is we got another Jonathan Toews and Patrick Kane on our hands, buddy.
I'm telling you, whatever you
or Celebrini, maybe.
Whatever comp you want to put to Martone, he had some really good shots. And I'll say this too about the Carolina series. The post office was busy because there was so many shots that hit the post. I'm just thinking, man, if only half of them didn't hit the post and went in the net, that would have been a series to behold. And a lot of those posts were Tippett, Konechny, and Martone. Not Tippett, Barkey, Martone, and Konechny. And so that's the thing is there's a lot of promise with Martone having to play less talented goaltenders, he's going to undress them from night to day. I mean, this guy is potential for. He's on a hat trick alert at the beginning of the game. If given the right goaltender, that dude's on a hat trick alert.
Yeah, absolutely. And to piggyback with you one last time about Austin Matthews here, my dad, Joe Scorza, checks in again. It says, when someone like El Morgani is the farthest go route says Austin Matthews is a possibility, it's a real thing, and that's not a pipe dream.
Yeah, because unlike Hunter Brody, Al Morgani knows what he's talking about.
Enough said. Like his Twitter follow. Twitter. So we're gonna have some fun here now. Obviously, this is the last time we'll do some puck series here this afternoon. Austin, you said something about like a pinpoint challenge, if I remember correctly.
Oh yes, actually. Welcome to this segment of the show, folks. I have in front of me the top. I have a list of, I believe it's 250. Yeah, I have the top 250 players in all-time playoff goals against average. The rules of the game are simple. You are going to try and guess a player that is somewhere between 1 and 100. Wherever they place on the list is how many points you get. If you get a guess outside of the top 100, it will be a strike. 3 strikes and you are out. Player with the highest total points will win. Since Joe won last time, I will give you the option. Would you like to go first or let James go first?
James, go first.
All right, James, you are going to be going first. You are going to be giving me a name for a goaltender in NHL hockey history that you think is in the top 100 for playoff goals against average.
Goals against average. I guess I gotta go with sorry, my cat's like being a little.
It ain't call a cat. It ain't call a friend. Hey, phone a friend. No.
No, he's just being he's trying to act like Skates from the Chicago Wolves mascot, trying to holler. No, I'm just kidding. I guess I'm gonna go with Patrick Waugh. I mean, I might be wrong.
Let me take a look. Patrick Waugh.
Because he looked like somebody that was.
Well, he probably might be high up in the list, I would assume.
I would think so, too.
Patrick Waugh had a career 2.304 goals against average. That places him 71st on the list.
Wow.
That is 71 points for you, James.
How about it? All right. My next guess.
Over to Joe.
Oh, I'm sorry, Joe.
We're going to alternate back and forth.
Okay, sounds good.
I'm going to go with Dominic Hasek.
Dominic Hasek. What a dude.
Man.
Too bad he got fired.
What do you mean? He got fired?
I thought he got fired as like a general manager or somewhere.
No, that was
Waugh.
Might have been Waugh. Might have been Patrick Waugh.
Waugh was the head coach of the Islanders.
That's right.
During this season. Dominic Hasek had a career 2.017 goals against average, putting him at 31.
So, James.
Let me go with Eddie Belfour.
Ed Belfour. Ed Belfour had a career playoff goals against average of 2.166, putting him at 47.
Okay, I'm going to go with Bernie Perrant.
Bernie Perrant finished with a career playoff goals against average of 2.437, placing him at 108. Joe, that will be your first strike.
Oh, man. Damn. Oh, boy.
Good, James.
Surrounded by a few good names in that space, too. Just outside of 100 is a few names that I was actually kind of surprised about.
No, let me go with Bernie's backup, Jacques Plante. I know it's probably my first strike, probably.
You never know. I didn't think Bernie would be mine. I was
I
surprised.
didn't want to know either.
Tells you some 0.41 is outside the top 100.
Yeah,
And
That's how legendary.
That's a lot.
That's when you know he was.
Had a career 2.122, putting him at number 42.
Interesting.
Let's go with Marty Brodeur.
Yeah, I would think he's probably in the top 10, maybe 20.
Marty Brodeur finished with a career 2.019 goals against average, putting him one spot below Dominic Hasek at 32.
Good, James.
Let's see. No one. Let me go with Yevgeny Nabokov because he was he was good in the playoffs too, like with San Jose.
Evgeny Nabokov finished with a career goals against average in the playoffs of 2.427, putting him at number 102 for your first strike.
Oh boy.
Dude,
it's hard.
Damn.
It's
like
hard to be a goalie.
Dude, like I said, there are some names on here that you're like, there's no way. Like, I'm telling you no lie that the difference between 90 and 100 is less than 0.04.
God, just the idea of like some of these GAAs at 100 or 102 or 108, it's like, wow, those are still good GAAs. Damn it,
they're incredible goals against average.
Yeah,
they really are.
How about Mike Richter?
Mike Richter had a career playoff goals against average of 2.685, putting him at 163 for strike number 2.
Okay.
All right. You know what? I'm going to go with Hextall. Let's go with Ron Hextall here.
On Hextall.
He's in the top 5. That'd be surprising.
Ron Hextall had a career playoff goals against average of 3.034, putting him at number 229. That is strike
my God. Wow. Shit. Awful. Damn. All right, Joe.
How about Chris Osgood?
I was going to say Osgood too, but
it's actually kind of funny because I swung right up to him as you said it. Career playoff goals against average of 2.094, putting him at number 40.
Damn. Yeah, he had a lot of good wins during that cup run.
It's funny. Me and James have not cracked a top 25.
No.
Yeah, not yet.
And I'm just like, wow, we've named some really good names. I'm really trying to like dig deep into like who these better names are. Okay, go ahead.
Well, I'm gonna go with Grant Fuhr. Yeah, I was thinking about that too when about this challenge. I said, you know what, maybe Grant Fuhr was probably a good. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Grant Fuhr.
Grant Fuhr had a career playoff goals against average of 2.936, putting him at number 212. That is your third strike.
Oh my God.
That's
insane. Nah, you're good. Nah, I'm confused by it. Yeah, I could have gone with Marty Turco. That would have been my third strike anyway.
I'm going.
Or Tim Thomas, maybe.
I'm gonna go with Sergei Bobrovsky.
Sounds about right. Imagine him being in the top 10.
Sergei Bobrovsky has a career playoff goals against average of 2.713, putting him at 169.
Oh, whoa.
Okay.
So this was a bit of a quick one.
Yeah,
so this was an obstacle.
We're gonna do a best of 3 instead. So James wins the first one, 150 to 103.
That's fine. Let's run it back. Let's run it back.
So now game 2. The guys that you named, off the table.
That's fine.
Okay, gotcha. All right,
James, you go ahead.
Okay, let me go with like I said, Tim Thomas of Boston. Like I would be sure he had a lot of good success with with that Bruins Cup run.
Tim Thomas had a career playoff goals against average of 2.081, putting him at number 37.
Okay.
I'm going to go with one that James mentioned, Marty Turco.
Marty Turco had a career goals against average in the playoffs of a 2.165, putting him at number 46.
Interesting. Maybe let me go with Cam Ward, even though he only was like a one-trick pony because he won a cup in 06. Was a good goaltender though.
Cam Ward finished with a career playoff goals against average of 2.379, putting him at number 87.
Ooh,
wow,
a deep cut. I had one in my head. Van Beesbrook. And the only thing I think that would hurt Beezer is he played in a lot of playoff games. So
yeah.
Beezer finished with a 2.680 playoff goals against average, putting him at 159.
Yeah.
Damn.
That would have put him. That was the problem. He played in so many. I think that's the difference.
And he was a journeyman too. Gotta admit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But go ahead,
okay. Let me go with Curtis Joseph.
Guys, we did it.
Crack
James,
the top.
Curtis Joseph has a career playoff goals against average of 2.421 for number 100.
Wow. Oh my God.
That is number 100 on the list.
Literally at 100. You shitting me?
That is
a difference from Evgeny Nabokov of 0.006.
That's like skinning the cat as much as you could.
Damn, that is insane.
What a pull.
Wow.
Cujo gets the 100.
Yeah, he was good. He was a great goaltender too. I loved Curtis Joseph.
Let's go Jonathan Quick.
Jonathan Quick. Jonathan Quick finished his career with a playoff goals against average of 2.311, putting him at 72.
Go, James.
Might be a little far-fetched here, but how about Kari Lettinen?
I don't see him. That's not a good sign.
Well, he probably had more AHL wins than NHL.
Yeah, Kari Lettinen is not one that I see.
Yeah, I figured that. Maybe I could have gone with Tuukka Rask. Maybe I'll do that next time.
All right. So I'm gonna go with Binnington.
Jordan Binnington.
2 ex-Chicago Wolves, by the way. Had to put it out there. Great goaltenders too.
Jordan Binnington finished with has a career goal playoff goals against average of 2.697, putting him at 167.
6'7". There you go, Mitch. 167. I had to do it. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go with Tuukka Rask.
Tuukka Rask.
Oh, that's who the other guy. It just dawned on me too.
Tuukka Rask finished his career with a playoff goals against average of 2.220, putting him at 55.
That's surprising. Yeah, I never would have thought of that.
I think. saying. Hmm. What was his name? Oh, Marc-Andre Fleury.
Flower.
He was a great goaltender.
Marc-Andre Fleury finished with a career playoff goals against average of 2.563, putting him at 135.
Damn. Yeah, that's crazy. Well, to quote the great Jim Houston, great save, Luongo.
Yeah.
Roberto Luongo.
Babalu. Career goals against average in the playoffs of 2.478, putting him at 118.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Okay. Still,
Okay, time out.
okay. So wait. So let's be clear, because I had strike 3. I think that's James's strike 3.
I think so
James,
too.
So
Yeah.
I think James might have won the second game, which is fine. He won the best 2 out of 3. I am dying to know who the hell is in the top 25.
I agree.
In the
Because-
top 25, we have Kevin Weeks.
Weeksy.
Who else do we have in here? Pat Lalime.
I was gonna say Laline. God damn.
Jack Gelino.
Hmm.
Martin Prusek.
Prusek. Really?
Mhm.
I didn't think that.
Prusek, a career goals against average in the playoffs of 1.5 flat.
God
Holy hell.
damn.
Currently, sitting at number 9, Eric Comrie.
Eric
Uh,
Comrie. Wait, are you
yeah.
sure? Oh no, that's Mike Comrie. I'm sorry.
yeah, Mike
Yeah,
Comrie.
yeah.
Yeah. Number 3, Kevin Poulin.
I would
Kevin-
not have
Wait,
guessed any of
whoa.
these.
Okay, Kevin Poole. I didn't
Kevin-
think he had a playoff game. Did he?
Yeah.
Wow.
He had
I would
he had a
not have
career
guessed
playoff
it.
goals against average.
I never.
one-
I mean, Day
1.44.
Pulling, but maybe I don't know about Kevin.
I would not have guessed any of these names.
I mean,
I'm with you.
50 career games with a total overall record of 18, 25, and 3.
wow, that's
he finished-
astounding.
That's a
finished
pretty
with a-
astonishing.
Finished with a sub 1.2 goals against average in his playoff career.
Jesus Christ.
That's insane.
Currently sitting number 1,
Oh no.
Thatcher Demko,
Get the
0.974.
hell out of here. Are you serious?
Sub 1.
How
Thatcher
many games?
Demko?
How many games? How many games?
Yeah.
Thatcher Demko, let's have a look.
So Luongo is not even in the top
No.
100.
Because if Demko has like 18 games, he should be disqualified.
Yeah, he should be disqualified. I concur.
5.
Oh my god!
Are you kidding me?
Oh my
Look,
god!
this is hockey
That is-
reference, dude.
That is bullshit.
Well, this is the problem. Goals against average. You would think, okay, pick the goaltenders that have
guys
been
that
in the
have played a
playoffs,
ton there. Yeah.
in the playoffs, but that average goes down the more games you play.
Yeah. Rounding out the top 25 is Elvis Merzlikins.
Okay,
I guess it would make sense.
Elvis
Yeah.
has left the building.
Mhm.
Yeah, really.
Let's see. Spencer Knight and Jake Allen are both in here.
Spencer Knight, really? Wow.
Yeah. Alex Nedeljkovic,
Nedeljkovic, wow.
Olaf Kolzig,
God damn.
Okay, that's the first one that
That's
rings
the
a
first
bell
one I
with.
know. Yep.
Yep.
Andrew Raycroft.
Raycroft.
Okay,
Yeah.
yep,
He was part of the
Mhm.
trade that got the Flyers Giroux in that draft.
yep.
Hmm.
Oh, I remember him. Mm-hmm.
Claude
Uh,
Giroux.
Yeah. Robin Leonard.
Robert Leonard. Wow.
Yeah. Robin Leonard. Matt Murray.
Hmm.
Matt Murray.
Hmm.
Austin-
Former Flyer Antero Niittymaki.
Ah.
I thought about Niittymaki too.
So did I.
Roman Turek.
Momentary for more blue. Yep.
Tomas Vokun.
Vokun. Yeah. Forgot about
UC
it.
Markkinen.
That
Scott
06 one.
Clemenson. Yeah. Scott Clemenson. Akira Schmid, currently of the Vegas Golden Knights.
Yeah, I heard of his name, but I don't know much about him.
Ben Bishop.
Hmm.
I thought about Ben Bishop.
Wait a minute. Is Vasilevsky on this list? I would be sure.
Vasi, I believe, was just off. Yeah, Vasi
wow.
5. In the group after 100, Anthony Stolarz at 101,
Anthony
Nabokov at 102, Peter Mrazek at 103, Thomas Greiss at 104, Vasi at 105,
Wow.
Perron at 108, Semyon Varlamov at 109, Vesa Toscala at 110,
Toscala, wow.
and Yusei Saros at 111.
No goals.
Some other current players that are on here. Igor Shesterkin.
Yeah, we hated Shesterkin. We hated him this year.
Fun one would have been worth 94 points for you guys. Nikolai Khabibulin.
Damn. Oh, that's right. Forgot about
number 92, Carey Price.
Carey Price.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
89, Ty Conklin.
What about Ken Dryden? Like, I would be sure Ken Dryden's
What about
2.
Elliott? What about
Brian Elliott?
Let me see. I do see Byron Defoe and Johan Hedberg.
Johan Hedberg.
Deep cuts.
I would think Jocelyn Tebow's on that list too.
Yo, there's a video. Someone's got to find. It's of Hedberg taking a puck to the helmet, and part of the helmet cracks open, like you could see the.
Oh yeah. I remember that.
I think I do remember that.
See, like the padding and like he's got no idea, but the referee sees like this gaping chasm in the top of his helmet. He's like, "You got it." They blew the whistle. It's like, "You got to get a new helmet."
So Jocelyn Tebow, I do not see on the list.
Wow.
Surprising.
Well, the number 250 is Laurent Brossois with a 3.135.
So you were just saying about Theodore, right? Like
Theodore, Jose Theodore.
Jose Theodore. He was at 191 with a 2.788.
Wow.
Brian Elliott's at 176.
God damn.
Yeah, dude,
crazy.
Mike Vernon is 161.
I'm curious.
Wow.
If it were save percentage instead of GAA.
Yeah, maybe that would make sense. That would make more sense.
Yeah. It wouldn't have been an average. It would have been how well they goaltended. You know, like that's the difference. Like that's what would start to throw me when James said
this list honestly already so much better.
Yeah. Well, the other thing too is that we could probably do that with baseball too. Maybe.
Yeah, I'll tell you this: top 3 in save percentage: Tim Thomas, Jonas Hiller, Craig Anderson.
Yeah, that makes a lot more sense.
I figured that. Yeah, that would make a lot of sense.
And you're going to sit there and like, because the thing that threw me off was Dominic Hasek and Patrick Waugh, which were probably the 2 best playoff goaltenders in the 90s, are not even in the top 25. I'm like, what the hell's going on here? Like, what's wrong with this record here?
Dude, top 35 is rounded out by David Abisher.
He was a good goaltender too.
Yeah.
A couple other names that you guys missed. Jean-Sebastien Giguère.
I was going to say JS. Yep.
Braden Holtby.
Yep.
I think I blocked Holtby out of my brain because he's been my nightmares for a long time.
Guys, number 69 was Dan Vladar.
Holy shit. 69?
2.288.
Wow.
One spot and 0.011 points ahead of Henrik Lundqvist.
Lundqvist, I forgot about
that.
I
forgot about Hank.
Another former 2 more former Flyers for you. Michael Neuwirth and Roman Czechmanek.
Oh my god. No, here's the thing.
Oh my god.
God bless Roman Czechmanek. So Roman Czechmanek met my wife.
Oh,
I should say the other. Say the other way around. My wife met Roman Czechmanek, and so she likes to curse at the goaltenders, but then she also likes to meet the goaltenders. So when we went to the Flyers Wise Fight for Life, she's met Czechmanek, and one year, and then she met Nitamaki another year and got her picture with Nitamaki. So I said, so which one did you like better? And she's like, well, I couldn't understand Czechmonic, but he had pretty eyes. I was like, what the hell does that have to do with anything?
She could have done a lot better than you, I guess.
I'm like, she would have been able to understand a lick of what he was saying, but he had pretty eyes. It's like, okay, Jesus Christ,
that's funny. I mean, I'm teasing though. It's
fine. I just like this guy would have spoken like I don't know that was okay, honey. Just look at me when you're saying it to me.
I had to bring his name up, but Ryan Miller, like he has to be up. He has to be on that list too, right? I mean, I was a big Ryan Miller fan.
Ryan Miller finished at number 122. His goals against average was at 2.523, 1 spot below Jeremy Swayman, and 1 spot above Terry Sawchuk.
So the guy we just faced just now, the goaltender we just faced just now, he played phenomenal.
Frederick Anderson,
I got to imagine his GAA's got to be up there.
Oh, I could be sure too.
After this performance,
I don't know exactly when the date the cutoff is for this, but right now Frederick Anderson sits at number 66 with a 2.280, tied and sitting ahead alphabetically of Scott Darling.
Scott Darling, damn! I remember Scott Darling, journeyman Scott Darling.
Yeah. Another name that I just came across, and I'm like, oh shit, I remember that guy, Ron Tugnut.
Oh yeah, that's right.
One of my
That's
favorite,
a great name.
One of my favorite last names on a jersey.
Such a great name.
Such a good one.
Peter Scrooge and Ron Tugnut. Oh my god, that was
another one that I just came across. Two of them that I just came across. Byron Defoe at number 74.
Oh my god,
and right below him, Mika Kiprasov.
It's funny. Every time when I think of Byron Defoe, I think of the actor from Spider-Man, William Defoe. I thought they were
Willem Dafoe, yeah.
I thought they were related. I shit you not.
And lastly, former Flyer Carter Hart is in here at number 85.
Wow.
With a 2.370.
Yeah, I was going to say Carter Hart, but I said probably not.
Yeah, so the head-to-head series in the Pinpoint Challenge is now tied at 1 apiece.
Yep.
So when we we'll give it a few weeks before we try and do one with baseball. But I think we just start it simple and just go with the long ball. What do you say?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm game.
All-time home runs.
Oh yeah, I can definitely do really good with that too.
I'll tell you this, Mr. Barry Bull is number 1.
Yeah, I got that.
I might go one step ahead, either Ken Griffey or Tony Gwynn.
Oh, yeah, they'll be in there. They'll be in there. For sure. You'll have. I feel like once we get into baseball, it'll get a lot simpler.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad Joe Scorza says that the list will be different. Have a minimum of 50 games played in the playoffs. I won't guarantee it'll be much different.
Since this was
much different.
Yeah, this was just a preliminary. So next year I will I'll crunch out the numbers and stuff. So that way it's not
5 games.
Tough. Yeah, so that way number 1's not a 5-gamer.
That's Demko. I mean,
I was like,
he only played 2, like a ring ding and a Twinkie. It was only here for a ring ding and a Twinkie.
5 games, 4 starts. So
yes, he's number 1. That's insane.
Good on you. Good on you, buddy.
Congratulations.
You know what got me too? I would have thought Luongo would be like top on that list too, because he had so many playoff wins.
Dobish was up there for Montreal.
He's been phenomenal.
But yeah, there were actually a fistful of current guys on there, but it's probably because of the fact that 7-8 playoff games total for these guys. But yeah, it's like your dad said, it's definitely a fun exercise for being able to keep the brain kind of deal.
Makes me turn back the time when I was a puckhead. I was still am, but during my time.
This was a thing that I brought up to a friend of mine years ago. This is back when MLB, where the relievers didn't have to come in for 3 hitters, but you bring them in and out whenever you want. Sure. I said, why does one manager not think I could build a Hall of Fame reliever? All you have to do is bring the reliever in and have him get one out and then pull him, and just every game you get one out. If that guy gets enough innings pitched, he'll have the lowest ERA out of everybody. Like he would be like have about 50 to 60 innings pitched. He would have like a sub-1 ERA. He would look amazing, but he would only face one batter. And it's like, that's it. All you have to do is face this one guy. And he could be like a Hall of Famer. Like, that's what that.
Scott Air used to do that all the time with Ryan Madsen.
But that's what
all you have to do is all you have to do across your career is face like 250 dudes.
Right?
That's it. So all you got to do is get 200 them out. That's it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So out of 250, you got to just get 200 of them out. Like, that's what that dude, that five games, 4 starting, 1. That's what that's like. It's like, okay, the ERA is the average. It's like, okay, so,
Yeah, it's the same thing I feel about like baseball average, like what they have like an ERA is the same thing I feel about goals against average in hockey.
Yeah.
Same kind of scenario.
That, and the thing that always gets me is the OPS versus the slug percentage.
Yeah. That confuses the shit out of me, dude. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Thing, like,
yeah. Like, please don't go into like who has the best WAR, because I'm just gonna quit.
Oh, I'll give up right then and there, man.
I'm not gonna bother with that. I'm not gonna bother with BABIP, like batting average against balls in play. Like that stuff's crazy to me. It's like
confusing.
What average would be if he were to get those extra bases. Like, no, he didn't get them. So it affects his average negatively, not positively. Let's figure this out.
I swear
I'm not good with analytics. I hate analytics.
There's guys at like MIT, or like they welcome themselves into sports, and you're like, wow, I'm a jock because I'm creating these stats. No, you're not. No, you're not. No.
I still remember when the big thing for pitchers were 2 different stats: Ks per 9,
yep,
and WHIP.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Now it's all
everything but the kitchen sink.
It's all spin rate and RPM.
Right.
It was like, can this guy get quality starts? Cool, he's a good pitcher. Like,
right. Yeah. And then that's the thing. It's like the WHIP and the ERA, the Ks per 9, it's BB per 9, and then like the quality starts versus regular starts. And It's like, okay, you're analyzing these guys by so many different parameters. How the hell does anyone expect to, like, I mean, Paul Skeens is a freak, but like, what happens when someone falls off? Then you're just giving it to Well, you're giving it to like miscongeniality. Like that was the reason why I was so pissed. The one year that Sale and Wheeler were going after Cy Young, like Wheeler had him, but Sale had, I think it was like 0.04 better ERA than Wheeler.
Something like that.
That's what we're giving to Cy Young too. I'm like, come on.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm with you. But speaking of which, if you want to talk about this more and more as we get closer and closer to the end of the show, coming up soon, like I mentioned before, this week at Phillies Baseball makes its return whenever. We'll try to make a date, figure out what day is available for everybody. But we could talk about OPS and all this ABS and all this other chicken shit and all that stuff. But tune in every week. This week at Phillies Baseball makes its return on Hardcore Sports Network and Streampunk Entertainment. That's coming up.
ADD from all this.
Yeah, it's confusing. It really is, man. And if you can dissect it, if you can explain it to us, that'll be great. Probably I think get a baseball professor to try to tell us about this. Probably get Jeff Passan on. But like I said, this week at Phillies Baseball makes its return. Hardcore Sports Network, Streampunk Entertainment. Stay tuned for all that included. Well, actually, maybe more so I can get the old school guy. What's his name? Tim Kirchin. There you go. Talk about this kind of stuff. So, but sometimes things have to come to an end, obviously. But guys, this has been fun all season. I mean, I'm really looking forward to next year to see what this Flyers team will bring. But most importantly, we painted our flag. We are waving our flag. And for the final time this year, we'll close it out in style. For the final time this year, this one's for all the Flyers fans. Well, that's going to wrap it up here for today's show. I want to say thank you to everybody for tuning in all season long. Thank you for everybody to make us Flyers fans all fired up. This is not a goodbye. This is a see you later. And to quote the great Ozzy Osbourne, we'll see you on the other side. But before we go, Austin, it's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure talking punks with you all season long. Where can people see you next, my friend?
Yeah, man, absolute pleasure getting to spend this season with you guys, and I'm looking forward to next year. As James said, you guys will catch me on This Week in Phillies Baseball when we get that started up here on the networks. Aside from that, making weekly appearances on Mitch's show at basically once a week, every week. I believe it's going to be tomorrow or the day after. Aside from that, right here underneath my name at twitch.tv/Hambo26, just playing a bunch of fun stuff with friends, hanging out, having a good time. Would love to have you guys as a part of it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I guess somebody checked in and like a very special person. Yeah, she's a sweetheart, man. Happy belated Mother's Day to Mrs. Hammel. We really appreciate all the work she puts out there. Joey, I know we don't have a show coming up this week or so, but man, feels like the Eagles AJ Brown situation's coming before you know it. So I'll be sure me and Mitch and you will be talking about that coming very soon with the Birds, because we're at May 11th and it's exactly 3.5 weeks away from that decision date. By the way, don't ask Jim Gray to ask your decision because he's not available. So just sign the fucking deal already, or just stay away from the Patriots in general. But there's gonna be a jam-packed show this week coming up for sure. Talking Birds once again.
The countdown is on. I mean, the AJ deal. I still think it could happen. The June 1st, June 2nd. I still think it could happen. Do I think it will happen with the Patriots? It'll depend on the league. News can break any time about whether or not the league wants to levy things onto the Patriots for that situation. I think for what it is, right now we're just in a holding pattern with AJ Brown. But I'll be honest. You're going to hear a lot of good analysis about not only the AJ Brown thing, but the Jalen Hurts and the new scheme thing. We'll dissect a little bit of where the future of the Philadelphia Eagles is heading, both without AJ Brown and with Jalen Hurts under a new regime with the new offensive coordinator. So join all that and tune in on Friday at 4:00 for Fly Like an Eagle with me, James, and Mitch, and we'll count down the time until AJ is no longer a Philadelphia Eagle.
Yep, the waiting is the hardest part, like the great Tom Petty would say. But most importantly, though,
it's the final countdown. Sorry,
I heard that. Actually, you know what? The funny fact is, I heard that song when I was going up to dinner to see my sister for her birthday, and my dad's like, too soon. It's like you're basically saying that they probably predicted the future, that the Flyers and the Sixers were going to get swept.
Yeah.
But all joking aside, though, before we wrap up here, I want to say thank you to everybody. Like I said before, I'll say it again. Thank you for everybody from Jim Jackson giving us this great interview early in the season during the Olympic break, right around the time the Flyers made their stretch, and I will never forget that interview. It was a very pleasure working with you alongside Austin and everybody included, even Brian Propp. We had the chance to interview Brian Propp, and there's probably something special brewing with that because our names are in the works now. But It has to
Oh,
come
Jim
to
Jackson is our good luck charm. We have to
yeah,
have
he's a
him back
good
on.
charm. Exactly.
He's the we have to keep the train going because
Yeah, got to
we
keep the
got
wheels
Jim
going,
Jack-
my friend.
we
Wheels are in
got Jim-
motion.
we got Jim Jackson on, and maybe we won't do it prior to the draft, but we got Jim Jackson on, and we said, Jim, are they going to make the playoffs? He said, anything's possible, and look where we are.
Look where we
So,
are now. Exactly
yep.
right. But yeah, this was a lot of fun this year. Like I said, I had a blast with you guys. It was fun talking pucks with you, man. I'm not gonna get emotional because obviously it's not like they're getting signed off and they're going somewhere completely unknown. But it's not a goodbye. It's not a like until next season. It's perfectly well said by the great Ozzy Osbourne. We'll see you on the other side. For Joey Marks, for Austin Hammel, and for everybody else here, from all of us to all of you Flyers fans, enjoy the summer. Enjoy everything about the orange and black. Until then, we'll see you back here in the fall. Good night, good hockey, and we'll see you next year.